Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how I use the EMA in my live trading. So I received a lot of questions about how I use EMA, and a lot of you have noticed that in my charts that I have the EMA 100, double EMA 100 plotted in my charts, and I decided to make a video about it, show you how I use it, my specific way of using it. I don't use it the traditional ways, right? So I'm going to show you how I use it and then the examples. Let's get started. First of all, my style of trading is scalping, alright? And for the time frames, I use the 15-second, the 1 minute as the intermediate, the 15-second as the lower time frame, and the higher time frame is the 1 hour. So I use the EMA, and it is actually the double EMA, and you can get it from here. All you have to do is to click this, right? Double EMA. It is just slightly different than the other one, and I use for the settings the length is 100. That's what I found works best in my conditions to trade on the 1 hour. So I use it only on the higher time frame. All right, I use it only on my higher time frame, and I don't base my trades idea on it. That means I don't take trades based on the EMA. Alright, that's not how I use it. I use it to filter out trades, to validate trades on the lower time frame. What does that mean? So suppose that on my lower time frame, I see this pattern right here. Something like this. And this is my entry time frame, right? Meaning I can take trades here, stop loss here or something like that, and I want to take a long from here. So and this is my lower time frame, right? My intermediate time frame is going to be something like this, trending to the upside, right? So before I take the trade, I take this, I go to the 1 hour and see if price or the higher time frame aligns. I also look at the EMA 100. Suppose that on the 1 hour, and this is the move to the upside, right? This is the 1 hour trending to the upside. Price is touching the EMA 100, right? Something like this. So this entry pattern on the higher time frame or on the lower time frame is touching. If you go to the 1 hour, price is tapping into the EMA 100. That means that this right here is a no trade zone. There is a high probability that we might see a rejection from here. So simply, I don't take this trade. So you can see that I don't use it to take trades. I use it to not take trades. All right. And this is based on a lot of data. All right. Let me tell you something, this is not a magical indicator or something like that, because 99% of the time, 100% of the time, this right here, when price taps into it here and we might see a rejection, this is 100% of the time aligned with the structure, with market structure. Meaning, if we go to the left, there's likely to be a big imbalance, right? Imbalance that might reject price, so a bearish imbalance. We might see a zone. I'm going to show you in the examples as a block that might reject price. We might see price maybe traded above a high from here, previous high. So we might see a rejection from here, right? That's a sweep on liquidity, and also inside the imbalance. So you can see that the rejection or the top on the EMA, it is almost all the time aligned with structure. It is always aligned with what the structure is telling you. So you might tell me why you are using it in the first place if it's aligned with structure. Because the EMA 100 on the 1 hour, I don't know for the higher time frame on the daily, maybe you can use it to 100. I'm not sure about that. You need to check it yourself, and it needs to be tailored to your own strategy and your conditions to trade. But you might ask why I'm using the EMA, this indicator, if it is aligned with structure, because this will give you more refinements. precision on the rejection from here. So suppose that this is an imbalance. You can see that the imbalance is quite big. A lot of times it is a big imbalance, right? So if I see this pattern right here and we are inside the imbalance, I might think that there is still a lot of room to continue to the upside. So let me look for continuations and take this trade. But if I see that on the 1 hour the EMA is crossing the price here, I stop looking for trades. So it gives you more refinements on where price might reject. So some people might use it to take reversals, right? Reversals from here. So it is aligned with the higher time frame. It is aligned with structure. We are bearish, right? Overall, so they might use it to take reversals, and that's totally okay. It's just me, I don't use it this way, but you can definitely look for a strategy that is based on this to catch reversals, right? But again, I don't use it this way. I use it to filter trades and to stop looking for continuations. Now let me give you a few examples. First of all, let's go to the 1 hour. So this is from the past week. The first one is here. So again, you might see, all right, price didn't respect the EMA here. Here we have choppy conditions, prices not trading in a clear direction here also, right? But again, I don't use it this way. I don't use it to base my ideas. For example, price taps into the EMA here and I go to the lower time frame and look for reversals. No, I don't use it this way. All right, this is how I use it. Price here was trending to the downside, right? We are trading to the downside. So here, normally I'm looking for continuations. I'm looking to trade down with it because this 1 hour trend is a huge trend on the 1 minute and the 15 seconds. So I'm looking for continuations here. Once price taps into the EMA and on the lower time frame there is my entry pattern to continue with price to the downside, I stop. I don't take it. All right. Once price taps into the EMA, I don't take the trade and I stop and see how price reacts to it. Maybe we don't respect it at all and we continue to the downside, then I'm gonna look for continuations once again. But when I see price taps into it the first time, I don't take that trade. So this right here is a no trade zone. And if you look to the left, you can see that we have a big imbalance here, aligned perfectly with structure. But you can see that this is a huge imbalance and I can't rely on my judgment every single day. Maybe price is here and I'm looking to take price even lower to balance everything. So I'll let the EMA tell me what to do once we are inside that zone or that EMA, all right, or that imbalance, I'm sorry. So I don't look for trades here. If we go to the 1 minute, you can see that we have a lot of opportunities to trade from here to continue, but the EMA stopped us. So let me, right, so you can see that we are trading to the downside here, but once we step into the EMA, it's time to stop looking for continuations of this downtrend. So you can see that this downtrend is huge on the 1 minute. From here all the way to here, a lot of opportunities to participate in it, but here we stop. And if you go back to the 1 hour, we have another example. This one from yesterday. So we are trading to the downside here. Beautiful. You can definitely participate in this on the lower time frames like the 15 second. But once we tap into the EMA, it's time to stop. And if you look to the left, right, it is aligned with this block here. But again, it gives you more precision. Here, not really. This is just a small trend. I wouldn't participate in it in the lower time frame. Here also, not a clear trend enough to trade. But if you go to the lower time frame here, let me go to... So this is the area that we tapped into the EMA here, right? We are tapping into the EMA. If we look to the left, you can see that we are inside a zone, inside a block here. And if you go to the 1 minute, we are starting a new bullish trend. And again, this area is price stopping into the EMA, so it aligns perfectly with what's happening to the left. And I took this trade today. So even though it was aligned with the EMA, I didn't use it in this trade. Again, I use it only to filter out trades and to stop looking for continuations. Let me show you another 2 examples and we're gonna wrap this video. So from here, you can see that this is my lower time frame, execution time frame, and this is my entry pattern right here, right? And if you go to the 1 hour, we are trading to the upside, right? But we are inside this imbalance, and there was also a zone to the left of us, right? I'm gonna show it to you in a moment. But if we plot the 100 EMA, this is what you're gonna see. So we are here. You can see that this is a big imbalance from here. We are inside this zone. You can see how much big is this zone. So from here, there's a lot of room to look for continuations to the upside. And as you can see, it happened later on. We traded all the way to the upside, balanced everything here, dumped deeper into this zone from this low to this high, and then we rejected from it. But you can see that once we tapped into that EMA 100, and we also traded above this high, right? So it is aligned perfectly with structure. We had that rejection from here. So based on my conditions, my rules, once price taps into it, I don't look for continuations. And price did print an entry pattern here on the lower time frame. So once I add the EMA here, it tells me that this is not valid. You stop looking for continuations here, and what happened again is that we rejected from here, right? Beautifully. This is another one. You can see the entry pattern is here. If I take it without looking at the overall structure and the EMA to give me more precision, and tells me that this is a reversal zone, or at least a rejection zone, right? Just like the previous one. And again, we traded above that high, so it perfectly aligned with structure and with this zone to the left from this low to the high. So here you go. It happens right here. So this is not an area to look for continuations of this trend. You need to stop here. Again, you can use it the other way around. You can use it to base your trade ideas, to take reversals from here. So it will give you more confidence in taking reversals, right? I don't trade reversals. Instead, I let the reversal happen from here, and then I'm gonna look for continuations here. Another one here. I don't take the trade from here. I don't take the reversal. I take these candles, the following candles. All right. You can see another one here. We are trading to the upside, and maybe you're looking to or continuations to the upside from here. But once we tap into the EMA, I stop looking for continuations. I let price decide what it wants to do. It rejected from it here, and then we traded to the upside. But you can see that it is also aligned with the higher time frame. We have the imbalance, but again, it gives you more precision. You don't know if price is gonna continue from here, trade all the way to here, and then reject. So let the EMA tells you what you want to do, what price might want to do. All right. So this is the end of this video. If you have any other questions, you can always DM in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Now, happy trading and good luck.